What up, mother truckers? How's it going? Another freaking day in the bay. Let me tell you, it's currently 7 o'clock in the morning, and I decided let's do a daily vlog today because I gotta go to work, and it's gonna be kind of like the old daily vlogs without the vlogging wall because I won't be videoing at work. That's a given. Oh, that fun shite. Anyway, you want to see something crazy? Check this shite out. Look at how freaking cold it is outside. It's freaking cold. And for anybody in the Americas who's wondering how cold that is, well, I will tell you through the power of Google. What's the temperature outside in Fahrenheit?
Currently in North Bay, it's minus 21 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go, minus 21 degrees America, minus 32 degrees Canada. Like, I'm telling you guys, this weather is crazy. On Saturday, it was 0 degrees. Yesterday, it was like minus 18 degrees. Today, minus 32 degrees. By next Saturday, plus 5. What in the actual frig is going on with the weather? Like, what's going on? Why is it so broken? I don't know. I could not tell you for the life of me. Now, I already tried filming this on my phone. I was trying to use the other DJI mic with my cell phone to film this entire video. My idea was I was going to film it all from the cell phone, edit it on the cell phone, and upload it on the cell phone because I really did not want to bring a camera with me to work. But for some reason, the DJI mic was cutting in and out on the cell phone. Not this microphone here that came with this camera, but the one that I bought off of freaking Amazon DJI store. Found out it's because its firmware needs an update, so I got to figure out how to do that. Updating this microphone was easy because it pairs to this camera, so I might have to pair the other microphone to this camera to get it updated, get the firmware up to snuff so it's not so behind. That, or maybe I can Bluetooth sync it to the phone, which it already is, and then run the DJI app, and it might just download and install the firmware upgrade for the DJI mic. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it because I figured, frig it, you know what? I got this thing. I'll just bring this thing with me to work. So in all honesty, with the way the weather is, I don't see a lot of people ending up at the office. Also, side note, on the video that I shot with the cell phone, I did try to start the truck and it started up like a champ, like no problems. I figured it was going to be a bow, rah, 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 you know, but no, it was like bang, 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 boom, and it just fired right up, no problem. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's like, honestly, the best investment I made this year was putting a new battery in the truck because since 2020, the battery itself was like kind of shite. And I remember the one time I actually went out ice fishing, got in the truck after ice fishing. And you know, when you're walking off the lake for a good kilometer and a bit, and by the time you get back to the vehicle, the last thing you want to deal with is trying to boost it. And that's what I had to do. I had to boost the truck because she just wouldn't start. Battery was too low. So I boosted it, got home, plugged it into the battery charger, charged it up. And that's what I literally was doing all last year was I go like 2 weeks, the battery would be fine. Then near the end of the 2 weeks, the battery just wouldn't hold a charge anymore. It was really kind of sketch bag to start. Starting it off of the key was the worst. Starting it off a remote start, not so bad. Because I think what happens is when you start it off the key, it turns on all the electronics, like the radio and the blower motor and all that. And then there's more draw, so there's less for the starter to use. But when you start it off of the remote, it doesn't turn on the blower motor. It doesn't turn on any of the climate control. It just fires up and goes. So there's less initial draw on the battery, so it has more potential to roll that starter. But every 2 to 3 weeks last year, I was putting that thing on the battery charger, 6 amp charge overnight, and I would run an extension cord through that mail slot on my garage door, under the hood of the car, or under the hood of the truck, and I'd have the battery charger sitting under the hood of the truck, plugged into the battery, and the hood wasn't latched closed, but it was like closed. It wasn't full latched, it was partial latched, where you can still reach in, grab the handle and lift it and pop it. But I was doing that like every 2 to 3 weeks last year because the battery was that scuffed. Yeah, no more of that. Now, I'd like to get an AGM battery for it, but it turns out that my Ford, being the base model Ford, like I bought base model F-150, it doesn't have the BMS, the battery management system, installed. So theoretically, when I showed you guys how to reset BMS on a Ford F-150 2017, You don't need to do that. It worked, it did the battery reset, but the computer went to talk to a module that isn't freaking there. And that's what I find funny about about my truck is, like, I don't have a proper reverse camera. I don't have a backup camera. But literally, for me to have a backup camera, all I have to do is buy the wire harness and replace the trunk unlock wire harness with, or the tailgate unlock wire harness with the camera wire harness, install the handle with the camera, plug all the wires in, and then I have a backup camera. Like, it's all, the wiring is all there, but not really. It's like these trucks are modular. So I looked up the parts online. For like 400 bucks, I can buy the handle with the camera and the good camera, not that Chinese one that's like 300 pixels and blurry as hell and yellows out on you. It's the actual proper one from Ford. I can buy that camera with the handle. I can also get the wiring harness, and I do believe I need to use my Fox Pro kit to tap into the computer and tell it there is now a reverse camera. Ford was going to charge me $2,300 for this. And then, of course, they're like, it'd be just easier if you bought a new truck. Well, of course it'd be easier. I could buy it with everything I wanted if I bought a new truck, but who wants to pay $68,000 for a base model 2024? Like, at like 8% interest still. No, I own my truck. I'll just pay $400 one time and put the damn camera in myself. There's enough videos on YouTube of people showing you how to do that, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's just not something I want to tackle in the winter, because freezing my balls off while trying to put a friggin' backup camera in and having to crawl underneath the truck to do things there too doesn't sound too much fun to me. So yeah, friggin' Ford, man. Oh, it'd just be easier if you came in and bought a brand new truck and gave us your old truck, because you don't need the old truck, you need a new truck. No, I don't. The new trucks have problems, that and it's paid for. I don't owe money on this one. Sure, it's like 8 years old now. It's gonna be 8 years old in April. I've 8 years old and 45,000 kilometers on it. Probably not good. I'll be putting more mileage on it though, because now that I can go down south and hang out with crazy British bloke, and I'll be doing more traveling in the future with Modern Arnice, that I'm gonna start racking up some mileage now that I can actually get out there and do stuff, right? So, and not to mention truck camping this summer, because I plan on doing that this year. I didn't get much done last year, but I definitely want to do that this year. We got all the gear we need, and we're gonna need to stress test it. We're gonna need to figure it out. Go out there and camp and see what works and what doesn't work, and then we're gonna keep on modifying the setup until we bang it out perfect. I expect my first camping trip to be pretty rough. It's gonna be pretty rough. It's gonna be, okay, this needs to be done. We need to remember to bring this. We should have this. We should have this. It's gonna be a brutal one, but we'll figure it out as we go, right? We'll figure it out as we go. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I got my shit ready. My laptop's packed and at the door. Yes, keys are in there. All right, so we're pretty much good to go. Truck should be turned off by now. I fired it up this morning, maybe at around 6:45. And it started up like a champ. Yes, we will be doing a driving vlog, going to work and back. Not sure what I'm going to talk about, but we'll talk about something. We'll figure something out, you know, like we used to do back in the day when I used to do this every freaking day. Jesus, Murphy. All right, guys, talk to you in a bit. Did you say? Did you beak off at me? What did you say? Scampers? I get the camera on her and she won't talk. I get the camera off of her and she won't shut up. Who's a good kitty witty? Who's a little puppy cat? 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 Puppy, puppy, puppy cat. Puppy, puppy, puppy cat. Meow. Alrighty, guys, it's like almost 7:30. I'm gonna go fire up the truck. And we're gonna head out and get off to work. Oh, it's so cold down here. I don't even know what the temperature is in here. Oh, it's 68 degrees. That's what I have it set to. 68 degrees. I heat my house at 68 just because the furnace doesn't come on as much. But right now it's coming on like crazy because it's freaking cold. So before anybody goes and posts, hey Adam, this is how you update the microphone receiver on your DJI system. I found it. The other microphone is updated. I haven't updated this one yet. I think this one's already updated though, but I'm gonna update the firmware tonight. Right now it's working, so I'm one of those guys who doesn't update the BIOS on their computer because if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Even if it does release new features for newer processors, if I don't have that processor, why update it? You know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, guys. I'm a firm believer in that. What the heck is this? Holy crap, just coming outside, she is frigid. Why is that light on? There's no reason for that light to be on, and it looks like it wants to die. I'm actually impressed. I bought those lights in 2018, guys. It's 2025 and they're still going strong. Well, not really. They're actually starting to exhibit some issues. When the cop showed up the other night, this light here was flashing on and off, on and off. This light here was disco dancing too. Oh, it just did it. See, it was doing that. So pretty sure the batteries are fried in them. Oh man, probably wondering why my seat is down. It's because I had to get my Fight Club stuff out of the truck so I could fix it yesterday. Oh God. See, my laptop bag's even camouflaged. Sometimes I lose it. Oh, she's frigid, boys. All right, let's get you guys mounted on the dash here and we'll get off to work. That's funny. I started spinning you guys on the tripod mount to get you attached, and all of a sudden I get an error message saying the gimbal's at max spin radius. All right, any complaints? Any complaints from the peanut gallery? No? Cool. All right, let's get this seatbelt on because safety third, you know. Move this mic down. Perfect. All right. Let's pitter patter and have at her. Do I have backup camera or is it dead? Yeah, it's dead. Okay, cool. Holy frigid truck is making some noises, boys. And I just checked my tire pressure, and due to the cold, I am down to like 29, 26, 25, 26. She's a frigid one today. I'm gonna have to put some air in the tires tonight. The joys of running air versus running nitrogen, I guess. Oh man, so freaking, I'm so done with winter. So done. But like next weekend, it's supposed to be like +4 on Saturday with snow, of course, because we're going to Sudbury. And then on Sunday, it's supposed to be like 2 degrees. So yeah. As far as the ice conditions go for ice fishing, I know they're good. I've seen people driving their trucks out on Calendar Bay and fishing right from their trucks. People are reporting 12 to 14 inches of ice, so ice conditions are good. I don't know. I'll probably get out there one time this year, maybe twice. I just really hate ice fishing because it's just a lot of work and I never catch anything because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Kind of self-taught on the sport. I never went out with any pros who can show me tips and tricks. I know there's all sorts of different jigs you can use and different rigs and such. Like I've seen people use these like 3-hook rigs where they put 3 minnows on and they go out there and they just start ripping lips. I just keep it simple and jig and a lure, or jig and a minnow, and I hate buying live bait because if I don't use it all, what do I do with it? People are like, oh, just bring it home and salt them and freeze them. For what? What am I going to use that for? Like, you can't dump them in the lake because that's apparently, I didn't know that, but because that's what I did in 2020 when I was done fishing. I had like 5 minnows left and I just threw them in the lake and they said not to do that. I don't know why I'm putting them in the lake anyway on a hook. What's the big freaking deal, guy? But apparently it is a big freaking deal, guy. Apparently it is a big freaking deal, guy. So I wonder how many people's cars today didn't start. Guess we'll find out when we get to work and see nobody in the parkway. Guess we'll find out then. Normally I don't drive in this lane because it's not too bad right now, but I like to stay away from the snowbanks. Oh man. Yeah, we'll go to work, put in our 8 hours. Tomorrow we got Fight Club, so that's good. And Thursday we got Fight Club. And then Saturday I got Extra Fight Club. And apparently Fight Club's going to be moving. Coach is looking at a new place, so that's going to be nice. It'll be bigger and we'll have more space to train and can probably get more stuff going on. Now, I don't know where he said it was. He said it was on the corner of Castles near Chopsticks. Now, Chopsticks is just up the road here. He said it's some gray building, so gonna see if I can spot it. As long as parking's good, man. I'm the kind of guy where if parking sucks, I'll quit an activity. I don't have time to deal with piss poor parking. And there's no side of the road parking on this street except for on the other side, and it's not on this section. Now, he said it was some gray building around here. I'm not sure where that is. He must mean this one here, this northern building. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut the camera here because we're almost at work, and I'll chime back in after work where we will talk about what happened throughout the day. All right, peace out. Alrighty guys, we are done work for the day. And as predicted, this cold weather brought nobody into the office. Apparently they canceled the buses this morning because they couldn't get them started. That is correct. They canceled the buses because they could not get the buses to start. Schools were open, buses were canceled, so a lot of people just said, you know what, we're just gonna stay home. So yeah, Coach must be talking about this gray building right here, because I can't see any other gray building that would be big enough to house, unless it's that building. Well yeah, today was deader than a doornail. Had a couple tickets. Been fighting with my work laptop, trying to get 24H2 installed on it because they want us to prototype it and see if it's going to cause any issues. So like I got picked up as a guinea pig, and so far I've tried to install it 3 freaking times on my laptop. Okay, normally that changes when the hand goes solid, but okay, cool. Yep, 3 freaking times I tried to install it. All 3 times, fumble. Had to go in, remove the boot logs. Just would not take. Mind you, I had that problem at home too. I tried to install 24H2 on the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face and it fumbled as well, so I don't know what the frig's going on with that piece of shit. But apparently it's probably a saving grace because apparently a lot of people are installing it and it's just not working. Lots of B-sods. So I don't know, anybody out there running 24H2, you enjoying it? Is it working? Were you successful in your installation? Because I'll tell you right now, between the work laptop and the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face, I am just a boatload of fail. I have Johnny Law right on my ass too. I got a cop like literally riding my bumper. Frig off, Johnny Law. He's probably coming to my house to ask for more footage. Just waiting for him to go whoop whoop, cherry up. Nah, he's probably going to the jail. They really need to repave this road. Jesus, Murphy. Yeah, he's going to the jail. So crunchy. So yeah, that was my day today. 8 hours of, I fixed a couple problems here and there, and then trying to get 24H2 to go on the computer for beta testing and see if it works with the applications that we need and see if it's gonna mess anything up. And once that actually deploys, then I gotta like really start testing applications and trying to find reasons why we don't want to upgrade to it. The big push to Windows 11. Because as of October 14th, 2025, Windows 10 will no longer get security updates. Therefore, we cannot use it. We got to run Windows 11. And we have a lot of legacy applications that do not want to run right in Windows 11 that we have been monkeying with to make work. Now we're introducing 24H2, complete with Copilot Pro and a bunch of other nonsense that we don't even care about. Whatever, eh? Whatever. Oh well, we only got one more day of super cold weather and then it's supposed to warm up for the rest of the week, so that's pretty dope. And I guess tomorrow I'll find out if Coach actually decided to go ahead and put the lease down on that building or not. He was waiting for his co-leaser. Basically, it's him and a buddy who are leasing it because they're going to make it a martial arts tattoo studio. Sure. Guess we can go in there and fight and then get inked. I have no ink on me. I don't plan on having ink on me, so that's cool. But it's up to his buddy whether or not they get it, because if his buddy's like, yeah, there's not enough parking here for your clients and my clients, then no bueno. Not going to happen. And I didn't see any parking at any of those spots, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. One thing I can tell you, though, it's freaking cold outside. It says it's minus 16 right now, but Jesus, Murphy, it feels like minus 27. It's so freaking damp. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you when I get home. Peace. Yep, just another brutal freaking cold day in the bay. Yay. Any hoozle. I'm actually impressed. It was minus 32 this morning and I checked the friggin' cameras and they're still going strong. So obviously my camera system can't handle the outdoors in the friggin' frigid cold. So now I need to figure out how to get this one outside and where to mount it, and then get the one in the kitchen outside and how to mount it. And we should be golden for outside surveillance, especially when random critters are coming through my yard. Maybe I can catch some footage of them and find out who they are. It's a Scampers! It's a Scampers! She's coming over to say, what you doing? What you doing, Scampers? Yeah, the mouse. Forgot the screw-on tripod in the truck. Now I gotta go back out and get it. I'm telling you. I just get home, Scampers is like, where are you going now? What the hell, man? You're gone all day. That's what she likes it when I'm home Thursdays and Fridays, because I can hang out with her. Yeah, can't forget this. Screw that on the bottom. There we go. There we go. Holy, I wouldn't want to be a letter carrier today. I wonder if they took the day off too because of the weather. There used to be this like Canada Post statement, like, no rain and no sleet will keep us from doing our jobs. And then it's like, remember the one year when we were hitting minus 45 every day and they canceled mail for like a week? True story. So tomorrow should be a pretty annoying day. Not really, but kind of sorta. I don't know how we're gonna do this because we got myself and another person sitting in a 2-cubicle office, and we have a new student coming in, co-op student, that they want me to train. I honestly don't know how the heck we're gonna have 3 people in that little office tomorrow. It's gonna be hell. So yeah, I told you guys that I was able to update the other DJI mic. See, somebody was saying like, would you still got the plastic on it? Just have the plastic on your couch and stuff? Dude, it's shiny plastic. Shiny plastic. Oh my goodness, heaven forbid. And it's also transparent, like you can see if I can get it to lock. Let me see if I can focus. Ah, it doesn't want to do macro. Focus. Anyway, you can see all the computer guts inside of it. So that's pretty cool. I really like those little DJI transmitter 2 mics. They're pretty dope for what you can do with them. Like, I had it connected to the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face, and it was working fine as a microphone. It actually sounded pretty damn good. I had it working with my cell phone. Well, not today because of weird reasons, but we don't need to discuss that because I figured it out. I just updated the firmware, and it sounds a lot better now. It was like cutting in and out, and apparently that's a problem when you're using it with a non-DJI receiver. When you're using it with just a Bluetooth receiver, it does that. But the new firmware update fixes it, so that's pretty sweet. So yeah, and it wasn't hard to do. Just go download the firmware and upload it to the device, turn the device on, and then it updates. So that's awesome. I think so anyway. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? So I I uploaded the footage and already edited it up because I probably won't be up late tonight because I really don't want to be. But yeah, thought of something I wanted to talk about, but oh yeah, frig. So today at work, the guy I'm working with, he's looking for a gaming computer. When he moved to North Bay to take the job with the company, he had an Acer laptop, one of the Nitro series laptops. Sure enough, his first freaking night of living here, somebody breaks into his car and steals it, along with a bunch of other things he had. He was literally living in a hotel room, so he just left a bunch of stuff in the car, figuring it'd be safe, but you know, it's North Bay and nothing's safe. So they broke into his car, stole his laptop, stole a bunch of shit, and he's been out gaming computer for a while. He has like a crappy laptop that he uses for surfing the web, but he wants a gaming computer, and he came across one on Newegg today, and the specs kind of blew my mind. So you know the complaints I had about the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face that I have, and I remediated, where it had a 13400 F series with a 4060 due to power constraints of the 500 watt 12VO 6-pin power supply. He came across one on Newegg on clearance today, which kind of blew my mind. It's an Acer Predator series, which is better than the Nitro, apparently. It had a 13700, so i7, so I think those are like 20 cores or something like that, with performance cores and efficiency cores all mixed together. 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, and a 4070 Super with a 500 watt power supply. After close examination of the clear glass pane on the side of the case, it uses the same 6-pin 12VO as the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face. How in the hell can you run a 4070 Super that legitimately says on every site you need at least 700 watts of power supply to run this in that configuration? This is what I don't get. Now, I'm telling you one thing, the 4060 was starving for power, because when I replaced the power, before I replaced the power supply, the highest watts I could get that card to draw was 95 watts, and she can go up to 115. Doesn't sound impressive. I know, it's not meant to be. I'm just saying it was 20 watts underpowered because the power supply couldn't deliver. Now I'm wondering if this is what they're doing with these high builds. Like a buddy of mine bought this Asus computer, same configuration, which blew my mind that Asus would do this because they make freaking motherboards. He bought an Asus, I think it was a Republic of Gaming ROG tower, silver thing, with like an LED strip on the front. He bought it open box because it was a return. He got it for like $1,100. It basically is my gaming or my video editing machine. It's an AMD 3700X with a 3070 RTX, 1 terabyte SSD. No, sorry, 512 gigabyte SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, 500 watt power supply. He told me it's running really, really hot and it's really, really laggy. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, do you mind if I come over and I'll take a look and see what I can figure out? Open up some diagnostic software and have a look. And the video card, the 3070, I know mine will pull like easy 285 watts when I'm using AI learning, or if I'm doing any sort of like even Bitcoin mining or anything where it pushes the video card right to 100% and holds it there, she will hit 285 watts. No problem, all day, every day. His card was barely hitting 100 watts and it would not go above. Now, it was to my understanding that when you supplement power into a card, if the power couldn't be met, the card just wouldn't function. I didn't realize you can actually install a card and supplement it power, but the power being supplemented can be under load and the card will just take it and work with what it has. I always figured if you didn't give the card what it needed, the moment it's tried to pull that extra power, it would just kind of artifact and crash the system. That's pretty screwy that these companies are doing that. So like there's no way this 47, I told him, I said, listen, if you do decide to get that machine and you're like, it's freaking laggy, it's not performing like a 4070, it's really under load, I'm like, just go pick up an extra power supply and buy this cable and chuck it in there and that'll solve your problem. It'll give you more than enough power to push that 4070 to the limits and you'll notice a great improvement, because ever since I put the power supply in the Acer Loser Nitro Suck Face, I'm now able to get the whole 115 watts TDP when I push the card to the limit. It actually increased my frames and everything. Not by much, but by enough. Enough to be noticeable. You know, it didn't make sense why that 4060 was only getting like 60 to 65 frames in Rust. Rust is an old game. They didn't really add that much to the graphics and it just wasn't performing. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And it wasn't until I ran a bench on it and came back and it was like 95 watts. This card should be doing 120 and I was wrong. It's 115. And it's because all the supplementary power could provide was 95 watts, besides what's being pulled off the PCI board. Like your PCI Express can pull, I think it's 80 watts or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how much PCI Express 4 pulls. I don't even know if that computer's PCI Express 4 or 5, to be honest. I didn't dive too much into the motherboard because there's no information on the stupid thing. Guys, it's a pre-built, right? I don't even have the manuals for that computer anymore because who keeps those? Besides, I think they're all online anyway. But that's a good question. Let's see if Google knows. On a PCI X16 slot, how much power is transferred to the video card?
The PCIe X16 slot can also provide 75 W of power to the GPU.
So 75 watts is all it can provide, which apparently is enough to power a 3050, because some of the 3050 cards out there don't even come with a supplementary power plug on them. So I don't understand why the 500 watt power supply couldn't provide the extra 40 watts to make that card run. Is my math right? Yes, it is. It theoretically should have. So I upgraded to an 800 watt power supply and now it's providing enough power to get it going. Like, was there only 20 watts of power going through that freaking cable off the 500 watt? Is that the problem with my buddy's computer? There's only 25 watts going through and it's just not jamming? Like, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous because, yeah, that's BS. That's big time BS. So I told him that. So he's like, all right, because he's thinking about pulling the trigger on it. Because it's like, it's on clearance right now. 4070 would play all of his games. i7 would be good for productivity per se. And I showed him how easy it is to do. Like, it's literally unscrew a couple screws, rip the old power supply out, slap the new power supply in, hook up a few cables, attach it to the dongle, plug it in, try and route the cables as best as can. Bob's your uncle. It's the easiest modification ever and it works great. So he's contemplating on picking up this machine. He's just waiting till payday to get a little bit of extra scratch and then he's probably going to pull the trigger on it. So I don't know, man. It's like these pre-builts now, I'm starting to understand why people are like, don't buy pre-built, build your own, because these pre-builts pull shit like that. But at the same time, well, I know when I decide to redo the editing computer, it's still doing a great job. It still hammers. It's still, you know, a 20-minute video. She'll still crank it out in 13 minutes. It's still a powerful rig, even though it's like 6 generations old AMD technology, but she's got 64 gigs of RAM and a 3070 in there. So it's more than enough potential to push around some video files. I could be filming in 4K and uploading in 4K, but I don't think anybody needs to see my face in that high of a definition. I'm doing you guys a friggin' favor here. Call this here a huge solid from your boy. So yeah. Another thing is I'm trying to come up with ideas for other things to film versus me pacing around in the kitchen and talking about stuff, because I can imagine this is not the kind of content people are signing up for, and I get it 100%. But once again, it's freaking winter time. It's cold as hell outside. I really don't want to expose myself to the elements. I'd rather just stay inside and stay warm. I want to produce videos, but at the same time, I don't know what to produce them about. So welcome to the Thunderdome. You guys remember when I went to the dollar store and bought that board to make a sign? I have a bunch right here. Son of a bitch. I also got some dog food that I need to throw out, but that's, you know, that's just a thing. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell to do in these winter months. Stupid me was like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing vlogging like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then it turns out winter hits and it's like, I don't know what to do for vlogs for 3 days out of 7. For 3 days out of 7. Because I think I might stop doing the Skivens Reacts. I don't know. People are not really digging it. And I did some digging online about how people are doing react videos on YouTube and not getting copyright claims and their channel shut down. And the method is kind of scuffed. Like literally what they're doing is, let's say I want to do a react to David's Farm's Global TV 16:9 expose. First, you download the entire video. Then you upload it to your channel as private. Wait 48, 36, whatever hours. See if it gets a copyright claim and what the claim is. If the claim's audio, you're scuffed. If the claim is video, then grab the file, bring it into your editor, modify it enough so that it doesn't look like the original, re-upload it, wait for it to go. If it clears the copyrights after 48 hours, make your react video. Guys, I really don't want to go through that bullshit. So I'm not going to do it. That's why I've been reacting to my own content, because I own it. I have the rights to react to it. There have been channels online that have done nothing but reactions to other people's videos. And those channels got so many friggin' copyright strikes that YouTube has cut them down. Mainly a channel type that I didn't realize existed until recently, but we can save that for another discussion because yeah, that involves my experiences in VR chat. But yeah, so a lot of these channels were doing that, generating content off other people's content, which is a major no-no, unless the channels are uploading their stuff with the Community Commons or something like that. Creative Commons. Yeah, if they're uploading their videos as Creative Commons, then they're permitted to be remixed and you can use them to react. But the one from Global TV was not Creative Commons video. It was like copyrighted. So I'm not looking to get my channel banned from, you know, reviewing a video about a pedo. If you guys want to watch it, by all means, just Google 16:9 space or 16x9 space David's Farm. You'll find the video, you'll watch it, and then just think about the fact that when this came on TV, I was at my ex's house, the girl I was with during season 1 through season 3 of Vlogging Life. I was at her parents' house having Thanksgiving dinner. This comes on the TV, and my girlfriend at the time was like, oh, isn't this the farm that you used to go to? And I'm like, can we not watch this? Can we really not watch this? And her dad's like, no, let's watch it. And I'm like, oh, son of a. Like I knew this was not going to end well. Yeah, that was a good Thanksgiving dinner, 100%. Best Thanksgiving dinner I ever had, ever. That's sarcasm in case you didn't catch on. Anyway, guys, I'm probably just going to chill for the night. It's like 6 o'clock. I plan on going to bed in a couple hours. So I'm going to get this here all edited up and uploaded. I can't believe how freaking cold it is. Tomorrow's supposed to be cold again. And then Wednesday, it's going to be 5 degrees. Turns out apparently a polar vortex exploded or some shit and blew across Canada and probably some of the northern states. So it's not just frigid frosty here. It's probably just cocking their program over down there. And yeah, just it's not fun. I hate this cold. But then come the weekend, it's going to be like snowing and like 4 degrees and should be warm on Sunday too. So I don't know, maybe we'll see what we do. I don't know if I'll be filming at the sake ceremony this weekend. I don't know if that's going to be like a disrespectful thing to do. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll have my cell phone on me. So if there is some filming to be done, I can always grab some shots with that and potentially make a Sudbury travel vlogs. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry about the going back to the old vlogging lifestyle, but I just, you know, I wanted to try it again to see if I could do it. And turns out I can't because it's winter time and I can't have any fun in the frickin' winter when it's minus 30 frickin' 2 out. But I did my best with what I had when I had it. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, live it to win it and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.